this is Mary coming back at you with some more of that profound perception of a black woman in America. Um, I know I get on the guys a lot in my little, um, you know, my little thoughts or whatever, but this week I want to focus on women and women of all races. Let me say this because where I work is very diverse. And I just tend, on a daily basis, I tend to deal with all types of people. I don't just deal with black people all day. Thank God. Uh, but um, women in general, we have a cattiness about us. It's a cattiness that, I mean, we just like, we have chips on our shoulders. You know what I'm saying? And maybe that's why I just naturally don't gravitate towards women as far as like friends. Growing up as a kid, yeah, I had a lot of friends. I had, you know, different groups. I had to like divide myself, because I had different groups of friends that were too close minded to even come together. And hey, why don't we all, I always had this idea like, why don't we all just hang out? I can introduce you to this person, we all just hang out. That way, Mary doesn't get heat from three different groups of friends because I want to, split my time and rotate weekends and spend the night at your house. But, um, and I'm sitting really low, so it's not that I got big shoulders. So I don't want y'all to think that, oh, she's a quarterback. It's just I'm sitting low and my knees is like right here. So, because people are ignorant. But anyways, focus on what I'm saying. Women, okay, we have a cattiness about us. I see it with white women. I see it with Mexican women. I see it with Asian women, and especially black women. And today, who I want to focus on are black women. This week alone, I've gone to various different places and I've encountered, and maybe my eyes are just open more, but I've encountered a lot of black women that act like they shit just don't stink. And I know I just made a video. Check it out on YouTube. It's my name. I made a video about black men. I'm getting on you women. And I kind of see why black men attack us. But at the same token, I still feel it's a little more hope for a black man to find a good black woman than vice versa. It's hard to find a good black man, but that wants you anyways, and just you only. Anyway, so there was this incident where I'm talking to someone. It was late at night. We were just outside talking, and we were talking about a heated topic, so our voices did get elevated. Now, this girl comes out of her house, or this woman. She's probably about my age, maybe a little younger. She comes outside, and her attitude was just, ugh. First of all, pump your brakes. Okay, now if I was in that scenario, somebody, which it happens in my complex, uh, where people are talking loud, maybe by my door. First of all, you don't know what's going on. You don't know if somebody got a gun. You don't know. You don't know. So you don't come out your house on the defense. You need to shut up. Y'all need to take that somewhere else. I looked at her and I'm like, really? Who the hell are you to tell me that I need to move? Because I thought we were in America. I don't have a master. I do what the hell I want. If you want to call the cops, go right ahead. Because I'll talk to them. You know what I'm saying? Because I know how to handle the police. I know how to conduct myself. The cops don't scare me. So, anyways, yeah. So she just comes out the house like all barking, and I'm like, you know what? I felt myself starting to, some of that ignorant shit started to rub off on me, and I'm like, you know what? Bitch, go back in your house. That's what I said to her. And so we continued, and we did lower our voices. Me and the other person, we lowered our voices and actually had a conversation. And so a car pulls up and starts blaring their horn, and she comes back outside. I thought I told, waving her phone. I thought I told you. I said, hold up. You about to feel real stupid because that's your neighbors down the way doing all that hunking. We sitting here talking. We lowered our voices even though you came out here rude as fuck. But you need to calm down because you're not my mama. And I'm pretty sure you're not even my age. Don't let the looks fool you. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, if that right there, and I told her, I was like, you know what? I'm like, you black women just have badass attitudes. Like, ugh, shut the fuck up sometimes. Like, all that attitude and neck popping and if I was a man, I don't care what color, I wouldn't want that shit. It's like, damn, I realized in that moment, like, do I ever act like that? And I'm sure I have in the past, but god damn, whoever her baby daddy boyfriend is, I feel sorry for him. Because even after I tried to explain to her that it wasn't us keeping up the ruckus anymore, it's some people down the way blaring their horn, which was ignorant because it was late at night. But people do that. So, I mean, you black women, you know what I'm saying? Like, we can attract more bees with honey than vinegar. Like, real shit. And I mean, it took me a couple of years to really get this concept. I ain't kissing nobody ass. Don't nobody kiss my ass. Blah, 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 And it was just like, I realized that, I can also tell just because I am a black woman, people expect me to, blow up. And I don't. People, even with my friends, or past friends or people that I'm social with or whatever, they say they don't tell me things that they know will piss me off because you're married, you're going to get mad. And it's like, no, I'm the total opposite. I'd rather you come talk to me. You'll be surprised. But so many people use that as an excuse. And normally people that say that, they're cowards and they're snakes anyway. So, you know what I'm saying? But people use it as an excuse. And yes, I do have an intimidating presence because I'm a no-nonsense person. But at the same time, we're grown. So, I mean, it's like, who do you have to lie to and hide from? If you can't lie to God, you don't have to, lie to me. Because I'm just little old Mary, But, excuse me, I just woke up. Allergies kicking my ass. And in these videos, I try not to look cute because I really want you to hear what the hell I'm saying. But black women, man. And then again, another situation today, I go to my leasing office and it's a handful of black women that work there. And every time I try to call or contact them or anything, it's just they give me attitude. I've even had these ladies hang up on me. They now, it's to the point now they suspect every issue that I have, or anytime I come into the office. Is it a maintenance problem? Well, you got to do this. I'm talking to the one lady, and the other black lady hops in our conversation, cuts her off, cut me off, didn't even let me explain what I had to explain. And I'm just like, wow, black women don't shut the fuck up. We will miss our blessing. We will curse Jesus Christ himself because we don't know how to control our damn mouth. We think we're right all the time. We don't know how to utilize these things on the side of our heads. It's like, I don't know, maybe God put me through this past week. Within this week, I just been looking at black women and I'm just like, wow. And this is how people perceive me because the color of my skin. And I'm not like that. Yes, I can admit I was. Just recently, 2 years ago. That's recent to me. I had that chip on my shoulder where, I couldn't listen to nobody. But also I noticed black women, how we treat each other. And this plays into, and I said this in my last video, it plays into, what plays into this, how we treat each other, is the fact that we look at each other as a competitor. We don't look at each other as, hey, my black sister. Hey, whatever, my friend. We look at each other as, she thinks she cute. Her ass is fatter than mine, so shit, let me clutch my nigga a little tighter. Yeah, and it could be because of how men are today, but you know what? We need not to do that. If we learn to empower one another and, actually tone it down a little bit, you know what I'm saying, and not be so loud, you need to be seen and not heard. You know what I'm saying? And I say that when you come into the bar or any type of, setting, if you're heard before you're seen, that's not good. And to a lot of men, let me put you up on game, ladies. To a lot of men, that's a fucking turn off. They don't want no loudmouth ass woman. You know what I'm saying? So, and I feel like that's not even, that's given. Like, now I'm not saying, because I can be loud. If I'm having a good time and I'm like, hey, I'm the life of the party. I like to party, or I used to. But, just all the time, you're in Walmart. People can hear you before they see you. Oh, here come loudmouth. School, people hear you before you see you. Oh, here come loudmouth. No matter where you at, if you're always heard before you're seen, no. And see, what's intimidating, and I'm going to let y'all figure out who I'm referring to. What's intimidating is when you're so quiet and people notice you because you're so quiet. That's what intimidates people. Guess who I'm talking about? But anyways, Um, my mom used to always say, you could tell the scary people when they doing a whole lot of this because their mouth gotta write a check that they ask normally can't cash. So that's how I take it. Like when women are just they know it all, can't nobody tell them nothing. Like try to be humble. Try to tone that down because humble is sexy. Gracious. A woman is supposed to be graceful. A woman is supposed to be delicate. Not saying weak. Not at all. Not weak at all because we're living in a new time. This ain't the pioneer days where, we got the hunters and the gatherers. We ain't doing that no more because we hunt and we gather. But at the same time, you're supposed to have some kind of etiquette and eloquence and just a certain a womanistic way about you. And when you just barking all the time, nobody finds that cute. You know what I'm saying? And especially like if you're doing a job, like if you at your job. I mean, I get it from the black receptionist at the hospital, like I said, the leasing office, just in everyday traffic. I see black women, and it's just like not all, because you do have some of those ones that their nose is so stuck up in the goddamn air they don't even think they're black. But anywho, that's a whole nother video for a whole nother time. But I'm just saying, like, we can't just look at each other as, oh, that's my competitor. If I see I don't care who she is, if she's from the ghetto or if she's from the burbs, man. If she got like, something I can compliment, I try to give out compliments. Like, oh, hey girl, I just wanted to let you know your shoes are fabulous. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with being nice and polite and somewhat quiet? What's wrong with that? Oh, you take it as timid, you take it as scary, you take it as punk. No, it's a trait that'll get you a good man. Hello. You know what I'm saying? So women, I mean black women, I don't know. I can't sum it up because there's so much shit that I've seen. I just hate that, I'm a black woman that gets looked at. Oh, as, oh, I'm going to be loud. Oh, I'm going to be on the defensive and have a chip on my shoulder because I'm black. Like today, for instance, I went and got my tire changed, right? And it was a Mexican business that did it. And they put the wrong size tire on my car. I had left, came, and I went, something told me to pull over and check the size of my tire. And so I went back and they were already on the defensive with me. But I was just like, oh, it's no big deal. If you go to Burger King and you order a Whopper, and they give you a Whopper Junior saying, oh, it's only a small difference. No, give me what I paid for. And I explained that to them, in the same tone that I just did it now. And he was like, you know what, you're right. Let's get you the right size tire. Kindness goes a long way. You don't always have to be ready to fight and attack with your mouth. And that's something that I've learned, and something that I'll share with you all that I'm still learning is to, when people are really trying you and they're saying hurtful things, to just God bless them and let it just or not even engage in those type of conversations because it's a waste of time. It really is. I've wasted so many years in my life arguing with people that honestly I see now at 28 that wasn't even worthy of my friendship or my time at that moment in time. So I mean, it was a lesson learned. But I'm saying this because man, black women, I'm not saying it's all, but it's crazy that I've encountered it so much this week that it's like, okay, here's our problem. I get on the guys, and yes, men, y'all do the things you do. Like I said, go to my YouTube page and check out what I call y'all out on. But I'm calling black women out. We need to do better with our attitude and our mouths. We need to put a rein on our mouths. Like you can articulate yourselves better than the cussing and the swearing and the yelling. And honestly, if you see me walking down the street, it won't kill you to say, hey, how you doing? You know what I'm saying? You don't have to look at me as, bitch, I'm ready to fight. Like that's how I feel like we treat each other. Like if I'm in Walmart and I smile and you roll your eyes, it's like, damn, bitch, you don't even know me. You know what I'm saying? It's like I just did it there. I called this girl a bitch or whoever I was referring to, just imaginary story. But it's just like that's a complex that we have. We're against each other and we're not for each other. Black women especially. And in order for the revolution to happen, black women, we are the glue for the shit to happen. Why? Because we're raising 9 times out of 10, we're raising young black men. And if they see our our attitudes, then they're going to develop certain attitudes towards black women. Thus, you get your black men that don't like black women because they probably seen how their mother act and how she has an attitude, and how she's just always angry, and we gotta let go of some of that anger, and displace it in the gym. Displace that anger in making YouTube videos, vlogging, displace it in poetry, displace it in your job. Do a damn good job and always be professional. But just because you're a professional black woman don't mean that you got to one up on anybody in life, because that shit it can go as quickly as it came. Remember that. But I hope that this message sparks a change in somebody, or sparks a thought that leads to change in someone, because that's not cute. And if I'm another black woman seeing that, just imagine what the men are thinking. Like, damn, And it's like sometimes, it's like this Tupac song. You wonder why they call you bitch. Hey, man, because I even call y'all bitches. Sometimes looking at my past, I have to look back and say, damn, I was a bitch. So, I mean, we got to check ourselves before we wreck ourselves, like real shit. Check our attitudes, man. Like, ugly attitude, and my mom used to always tell me this: just because you're pretty on the outside, you know what I'm saying, your attitude sucks. Your attitude is ugly, and thus you're ugly inside, going outward. Don't nobody really care about your outward appearance. I mean, certain situations, certain scenarios, but once you open that mouth, what that mouth do? If you talking all this crazy talk and you don't know how to articulate yourself, and your tone is always attitude and snappy and filled with retort, nobody wants to deal with you. And then I try not to be that way, but I'm still working on it. When women at Burger King, black women, wherever you work, and I gotta come deal with y'all, and I could just it's contagious, man. I get on the defensive, and it's like, hold up, I'm the customer. If it wasn't for me buying this Whopper, your ass wouldn't have a job. So you need to tone that down. But I need to work on just being graceful and like thanking them anyway. You have a great day. God bless you. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Because I don't want to look like that. And I don't. Trust me, I've come a mighty long way. And I just hope, like I said, I hope this really reaches someone, because the week I had make me want to go get some bleaching cream. Like, no, I'm just playing. But for real, like, we got to do better, and learn to embrace one another. We got. Now, it's been me. Like I said, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I don't know how to do all the little fancy effects and shit just yet, but I'll get around to that. I'm gonna reel my audience in. I know sitting here for 18 minutes, just watching me talk, can be boring, but yeah. Peace. Till next time.